We will start with an IDG oil low pressure failure. Let's assume you are the pilot non-flying. You are in flight and everything is normal. On the engine warning display, read the title of the failure. Observe the amber IDG low pressure message on the ECAM electrical page. Observe IDG1 fault light illuminated on the electrical panel. These indications mean that the oil pressure in IDG1 is not sufficient. We can see from the blue action line that we are required to disconnect the IDG from the engine. The pilot flying will ask you to perform the ECAM actions. Perform ECAM action. Caution: press IDG push-button switch until generator fault light comes on, but not more than 3 seconds to avoid damage to the disengaged solenoid. As you can see, generator 2 has automatically taken over, and it is now supplying the left side of the electrical network. On the ECAM electrical page, an amber disconnect has replaced the previous low pressure indication, meaning that IDG1 is now disconnected. The IDG number is in white to indicate that engine 1 is still running. Let's look at generator 1 indications for a moment. Generator in amber means generator 1 has abnormal parameters. 1 in white means engine 1 is still running. 0% load in green means that the load is still within the normal range. 0 volts in amber means that the voltage is outside the normal range. And 0 Hz in amber means that no frequency is sensed. Illuminated amber fault in the Gen 1 push-button switch means Gen 1 is not supplying the network. The white indication at the bottom of the page indicates that some of the galleys have automatically been shed. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear electrical. The status page is displayed for review. You can see in the inoperative system column that generator 1 and some of the galleys are now inoperative. After review and confirmation from the pilot flying, clear status. ECAM action completed. We will now review some indications we did not have the opportunity to see when performing the previous procedure. In case of IDG oil overheat, notice the amber IDG oil outlet temperature. Note that the rise indication shows a difference in temperature between the IDG oil inlet and outlet. In case of an overload detection in the electrical system, and if the automatic shedding has not occurred, an ECAM procedure is triggered and a fault light comes on the galley push-button switch. The galley push-button switch authorizes the crew to shed all galleys. Switch the galleys off. The generator 2 parameters are now back to normal. The white galley shed message indicates the new status of the galleys. The commercial push-button switch enables the crew to switch off commercial equipment in the cabin, e.g. galleys, passenger entertainment system, lavatory and cabin lights. The commercial off message appears in white at the bottom of the page if the commercial equipment is manually switched off or automatically shed in case of failure. Note that this message has priority over the other galley messages. For the A340 600, there is an additional configuration of the commercial equipment: commercial partially shed. The commercial partially shed message has priority over the commercial off message. Note, the priority between the commercial shedding is customized by each airline according to their own needs. On the A340 600 electrical panel, the ELMU push-button switch allows one to switch off the ELMU. When in the off or fault position, the ELMU reverts to backup mode. In this configuration, the load management is made by the Electrical Contactor Management Unit, ECMU, and the logic becomes identical to that used for the A340 300. If the ELMU fails, an amber ELMU fault message is displayed on the engine warning display, and fault illuminates amber on the ELMU push button. The only crew action is to switch off the ELMU push button. Switch off the ELMU push button switch. Off illuminates white on the ELMU push button. All the load consumers managed by the ELMU are now supplied according to their own manual selection. The protection against overload is now ensured by the ECMU. Please clear the failure. The status page reminds you that the ELMU is no longer operative. The status will be cleared for you. ECAM actions completed.